unfortunately, it's not always joy and happiness for all families, particularly during this season. The death toll from the summer initiation season has risen to 41. Now, this is up from the total of 36 reported just last week. The deaths were recorded from the Eastern Cape, Free State, Northern Cape and Gauteng. Government is urging parents to take greater responsibility for their sons' safety at initiation schools. This comes as 2 parents are among 41 people arrested so far in connection with initiation deaths. I'm joined now by Eastern Cape House of Traditional Leaders Chairperson Mpumalanga Gwadiso. Thank you for your time. It's a moment, a significant moment meant to mark manhood. But for many families, in 41 this year, it's going to be marking their funerals. How do we get to a point where we stop speaking about these deaths season after season?
Indeed, my greetings to you and to the viewers at home and the whole of the Eastern Cape and the country. Indeed, on our side as the traditional leadership in the Eastern Cape, and I take it also in South Africa, it is a sad moment because with us in the Eastern Cape, we had hoped that we wouldn't face this situation again based on the preparations that we had engaged on in preparation for the season, in terms of also educating the would-be initiates and their parents and the communities in various areas of the Eastern Cape, especially the hotspot areas, in terms of how they should adhere to the prescripts of the act that is regulating initiation in the province. However, we are still facing this situation. In the Eastern Cape, we have lost thus far about 22 initiates. As much as we understand that some of the reasons that have caused the loss of lives in the name of the initiation is situations that are beyond control of a human being, in that there have been lightning, and also there's been drowning, and also suicide. But predominantly, the main cause, other than those, have been predominantly the dehydration, of which it surprised us because we had done much awareness that water is very important, especially to the initiates in the initiation school. But apparently there is still those who believe that you should not drink water when you are in that process, as you don't drink it to the required amount. Hence, we have such fatalities. But we have told ourselves that as the province, together with our government and the partners that we work with, that we would not tire. We are going to continue to do the education that is required. We have identified that mostly we need to make extra effort in terms of visiting school or getting into a partnership with the Department of Education, so that in schools, because that's where the would-be initiates are, that the teachers should assist emphasizing the importance of water when you get into initiation school.
And you speak about 22 deaths in the Eastern Cape alone. And this issue of dehydration was something as well that was raised by the Minister of Traditional Affairs, Velenkosini, Hlabisa. And he spoke as well about the need to regulate traditional surgeons. How much of the education is also needed from traditional surgeons in this regard? Because a big factor is also in regards to negligence.
In this season, in our preparation for this season, we have trained about 400 traditional surgeons and traditional nurses in terms of emphasizing the importance of cleanliness and also medical adherence when they are conducting their processes. And also the traditional nurses should also make it a point that wherever they are dealing with the initiates in their places, they should make it a point that the place is as a place that is adhering to hygienic conditions that are expected, that are up to standard. And also they should take cognizance of the fact that as they are there, they must make it a point that the initiates, they are maintained at the relevant health standards. By that, all the requirements that of a human being in terms of livelihood are adhered to. And that means all those that have been diagnosed with whatever sickness, they must have access to their treatment, and also water is key. But hence we are surprised that we still face with this. But we have realized that we still have some parents also who do not believe that water should be drank. We were so shocked to hear that a parent had instructed his a boy that water should be limited on his side. But it tells that we still have to do more education on the side of the parents. I want to say also that parents should realize that this initiation aspect, they are the primary to it. They have a primary responsibility. All other sectors, they are assisting, and they are on the basis of human facts that you don't want to be a leader in a country and in a province that looks like does not care about the people that you are leading and also their needs. So primarily, the parents are responsible for the initiation. And therefore, we are looking at a situation where the parents are given more responsibility, or else they are made aware that they have more responsibility. And as such, whenever there's been death, they should be accountable and they should account for that.
Certainly, and I think that was one of the points that I wanted to speak to you about in regards to the responsibility of parents. We hear as well that amongst those that have been arrested in regards to what has transpired this season is actually parents. But just very quickly, if you can, just tell us about the extent as well of illegal schools. Have we been able to clamp down on the mushrooming of illegal schools, but also forced initiations?
In the Eastern Cape, we have our monitoring teams, and we have moved around monitoring, and also had closed down some of the illegal initiation schools. And we have arrests that have taken place. And we have cases, we have people that are in jail as we speak, and some cases are still going on. We have done what the Act is calling for, and we intend continuing to do so. But that's not what really we are excited about in terms of initiation. Initiation is supposed to be a joyous thing. You don't want to be arresting people when this time and this ritual is done. So we request the parents and the communities, especially men that have gone through this process, that they must exercise vigilance in the community, because we say we don't want any illegal initiation school in the communities. By that being illegal is that the traditional authority should know, should have issued permits. And also, when the traditional authority is issuing those permits, it is that also they have checked that the people that are going to be going through this, the ritual, have also gone to the medical services or the medical centers of the government or the doctors, private doctors, whatever. But you must satisfy yourself that there's documentation that is confirming that the would-be initiate is in a good position to undergo the ritual.
Yeah.
So we have arrested people. We have closed down illegal schools.
Yeah, and something, as you've mentioned, that should be a moment of celebration, a moment of significance, has over the years been really clouded in these unfortunate days. And that was the Eastern Cape House of Traditional Leaders Chairperson, Mpumalanga Gwadiso. Thank you so much for your time.